Thirdly, we talk about the roads that lead to those places. How does it look like? Can people go there? Are they
At
free?
least access
At least to access the
place.
roads.
Yeah.
Because most of these places where these tourist sites are located, they are inaccessible. So we keep hearing, we have this, we have that, but where are they? Where are the pictures? So we've looked around. So that's the essence of this office. So we start up moving to those tourist sites. We want to go and see them, look at the state, what they look like. How do we get investors to come and invest in them? How do we now benefit as a private entity that are projecting this area?
Okay.
Like this confluence river we have in Abia State, they're known as Umri Blue River. It's just full everywhere, blah blah blah. But how do we turn that into a generating revenue for the states? That's number one. For the local government where it is being situated, that's number two. Then how will it affect the people in that area, like job opportunities and all the rest of them? You find out that most of our people are just willing about looking for job opportunities, whereas we have those things at their beck and call. If the government harnesses these tourist sites, there are people that will not be looking for job. What do they look for job from? You go there, you can decide to be a tourism desk officer. You can become a tour guide, whereby you have tourists there. Your work as a tour guide is to be able to carry those people around and move about, tell them that we need historians that will be able to tell the story. This is what we have. Okay, when you, like now in Abia State, can you boldly tell somebody that you have a waterfall? You can't, because nobody knows about it. Nobody have ever seen it, except the ones that people go on their own privately to snap pictures and go. But we should be able to, at least by now, that waterfall in Arochukwu and that one at Umunoch is enough to create wealth avenue to the state government, in the sense that the same way Ekiti State did their own, they have this their Ekiti State that their spring water, both warm and cold, they've turned it into bottled water.
Wow.
This their Eco Gosi spring warm, they have Gosi water. So Abia State can still have something similar like that in Abia, where we have these our waterfalls. We generate it into Abia water, so that anything that the state government event, any state government event is that water. Anybody that comes into Abia, you will take you to that place. You see how it's being manufactured. So by the time we have such things on ground, we go take people that own generator. You've given somebody job.
Yeah.
Somebody, a mechanic situated there, you're giving the person a job. Then the people that will mind that company where it's been situated, you've given them jobs, securities, and a whole
even
lot.
salespersons.
Salespersons. So, and you find out that by the time, and you have a lot of drivers. Do you understand? Because in Umuahia now, you can have like 3 or 4 drivers to make sure that the water gets to Umuahia. The same way, located to different local government. By the time you know it, give it space of 1-2 years, everywhere is Abia water. Nobody gonna talk of parks, what they give, Aquafina, and all the rest of them. You find out that this is what we have, and you generate a whole lot of money from there to pay some people. You see that you've reduced drastically number of crimes in this state. You have graduates littered all over the place, no jobs. You won't blame them, you blame the society partly, because there is no good lay down rules for all these things. Then you have staffs. What are they doing? Somebody just go to work, lazy around, nothing to offer. At the end, you come back. But there are people who are genuinely looking for all these things, and who are talented and who are skilled, that can do all these things. Tourism is not just you go down, you sit down in your home, nothing to. You must be on the street on daily basis. It needs attention, and before you start it up, you must have first of all passion for the job. If you don't have passion and sleep for this thing, forget it. And there are other associations with this tourism that our people need to partner in this state. Like if you are into tour, travel and tours, they have a national agencies. So how will somebody now who started a travel and tour outfit in Umai find his square root? How will the person make money? It's when you come to us, we tell you, okay, these are the agencies in charge of this. We'll connect you to those agencies. You see how you make your money and how people will come in contact with you. But like now, if you want to open a travel and tour business in Oman, a lot of people will tell you it's not going to work. But it's not true. It's a total lie. If you open a travel and tour business in Oman, you sell through. Because what it means is that everything that has to do with travel businesses, you are the one not going to handle it. You book people's flights, you book hotels and reservation and all the rest of them. Then it now means that anybody who wants to come into Abia, in as much as we make use of Imo Airport, Enugu or Akwa Ibom, but at least you have an agent in the states in Abia, and these are what tourism should look into. And we should also have a tourism desk board, desk office, and desk officers, that anywhere you come, you meet them one-on-one. They will tell you exactly what Abia State is all about, how Abia is being created, the history of Abia State. Not everybody knows the history of Abia State.
Somebody like me, we don't know anything.
How will you not tell people? Somebody will just tell you, I'm from Abia State. But we were first Old Anambra. From Old Anambra, we came back to Old Imo. From Old Imo, we find ourselves to then who are the people behind the creation of Abia State? What made? Then there are individuals. You can be licensed to practice your tourism. We have agencies that give licenses to individuals who wish to practice tourism. But before you go for it as an individual, you must have this at the back of your mind, that tourism practicing is capital intensive. So you must make sure you have your money to support yourself, and you have your fan base, and because chunk of the job goes into publicity. Do you understand? You know how much people will bill now?
Yes.
And across other radio stations, it's not been easy. So you need that capital to sustain you from doing these things, and you need a team, a good team, to work with you. Those that have the knowledge of history, linguistics, tourism, hospitality graduates. You need them to work. Then you can't talk about this without having a moving vehicle, because you need to go to all these places to ascertain their conditions, their area of concentration. Then if you practice as an individual, you make your money, no doubt about it. But if government comes in, the government will make the money. Do you understand? And the name of the state will go higher as well. For me, I wish Abia State to succeed in this tourism aspect. We have a whole lot we are missing out. And why we are singing this as a song, my company, is because it's paining me, because if we have this tourism, the Ministry of Tourism, I would have partnered with them. But right now, we don't have the Ministry of Tourism. And at the national, we have the Minister of Tourism, and we also have the Minister of Tourism. So now tell me how an Abian who wish to practice tourism will now link to the federal. The easiest way is that ministry. Do you understand? That's why we should have tourism desk officers located in all the local government through the Ministry of Arts, Culture and Tourism. But now in Abia State, we don't have such ministry. I learned that they've shifted it from the Ministry of Tourism itself. They now merge it with that of the information. And both information and culture and tourism, they are very large portfolios on their own. So, and the commissioner will only focus more on the information aspect of the state, because that one alone is headache. Do you understand? So it will not matter that the culture aspect is not being looked into, the tourism aspect is not being looked into. So the area they might be just giving a concession of 10%, and it's not enough. So I'm begging the governor of the state to make sure that he brings back that Ministry of Tourism. It will help Abia State a lot, because there are agencies and there are donor agencies that support the building of tourist sites in every state. and there are money meant for it for every state. So if you don't have a ministry in charge of that, that means Abia will not benefit. Do you understand?
Yeah.
We won't benefit. So when they are sharing those things, who will speak for us as a state? We don't have a commissioner for tourism. So how best do we now want Abia State to grow? That means we don't want Abia State to grow. There is a limit between an aid to the government on such portfolio, and that of a commissioner, and that of a GM of a tourism board. Because what I inherited when I was the former GM of tourism board was nothing to write home about. I met a dead office. I made that office come back to life. Then when I left, if you go there again now, if they tell you that's the office I left about a year ago, because this is actually a year ago, you won't believe that that is that place. I learned that they have an acting GM. I learned they have an SA to the governor of tourism. But what can you now say boldly today that these are these people? If I ask you now, who is the GM of Abia State Tourism? You don't know the person. Do you know the person?
Of course, I
then
don't know now.
Whom do we have now as the mouthpiece of the tourism of Abia State? Who is the person?
Now more of entertainment do they hear.
So, but entertainment is also part of tourism.
Of it,
Do you understand? Music is also part of tourism. But when you want to talk about tourism purely, it needs a professional. For me, tourism is a professional course. It's not just as a fun. No, there are a whole lot of things embedded in it that the government needs to really look into. You know, in Abia State, why it's funny me? Because they just look into only 5 ministries. I can mention them: the health, the education sector, the agricultural ministry, finance, and which other ministries? They are great. Then they're now youth and sports. Even the youth and sports. Do you know that youth and sports is partly tourism?
Okay.
Because you have sports tourism, you have entertainment tourism, you have inboard and outboard tourism, you have domestic tourism. We have different types of tourism. So if you have a tourism ministry, for instance, or a tourism board, the board can partner with every ministry in the state to do a wonderful program. Then the aspect of our art and culture aspect can still partner with the Ministry of Tourism, the tourism board, to have a very sharp cultural carnival in the state. What do we have in our states to showcase to people? We do Iriji Festival, we do Igbo Festival, we still do Okonko. Then how will you now tell the story of Okonko of Abia State to a growing up child? What is Okonko? Can the girl or the little boy tell you, my father told me this is Okonko? Forget about the fetish thing they talk about. What brought about Okonko in Abia? Who practices Okonko in Abia? What's the age before you get into Okonko? How do we, what are involved in Okonko? We need to know, even if we are not practicing it. Then what other religion do we have in Abia State? What other cultural benefit do we have in Abia? Then you talk about Eketenshi Bend. What are Bend the people know?
Okay.
How do we now factor what we have to use it to make money? This the festival, we can turn it into money making machine. We say, okay, this is the calendar. We'll make a calendar, tourism calendar of Abia State. We'll make it according to local government by local government. Okay, this local government, this month, this is the cultural carnival that you people have been known. We'll plan it. The community come and plan it with the state government. We can say, okay, let's wrap it
tourism.
Let's be like January, February. You specify it, and you see the kind of money we'll have, and you see the kind of flow of tourism we have in Abia State.
You know, go finish am today. I just want make you tell us wetin you don't cook. You don't say you cook something for tomorrow. We say they celebrate the World Tourism Day. Now what we want make you tell us wetin they expect for everybody we want come that event tomorrow. Wetin they go expect to see or as we celebrate this World Tourism Day.
For me, I know they like blow trumpets or try to show body.
Okay.
But I know say our local cuisine go down ground.
Okay.
Our local drink, our wine.
Yes.
That thing where God use bless Abians. We call it Nkwelu.
Eh.
Anambra people call it Nkwelu.
Nkwelu.
But we call it Maingwo.
Maingwo. At least I know that one.
So that is what we are going to expect.
Okay.
Then we have some schools that are going to do some performance for us. We have a whole lot of things, activities lined up already.
Okay.
So just come there, enjoy yourself, laugh out your sorrow, be happy, and you'll be glad you attained there.
Alright, my country people now here. Now we will just stop for today. Talk make I talk, as you don't hear from Mama Tourism mouth. Tomorrow choke. So anyway you did, if you never test fresh palm wine before, so English people they call them palm wine, but our people they call them Maingwo. So if you never test them before and you want contest and you want know what it be, so make you find yourself to Unique Life Intercontinental Hotel. I think he did alongside Secretariat Road. So tomorrow, what time?
11 a.m.
11 a.m. Carry your bag, go carry every.
Carry
come
your
make
husband,
you relax. Carry your
wife.
children. I hear say she also get some things for children tomorrow.
Yes, so
all right. So everybody they inclusive. This one now. Family get together, we could celebrate this World Tourism Day. And also we use this medium to reach out to the state government. They call upon the state government, make they also do the needful, as our Mama Tourism don't talk the tourism sector supposed getting own ministry. So as we look forward to all of this when they happen, don't forget, say nobody go talk your own. Now you go talk your own. So make you talk your own, I talk my own. On top talk, make I talk. I go come your way same time, same station next week. Don't forget my name na Grace Talkers Onyekachi, but you feel call me Grace D. Till I come your way again, keep staying safe. Bye for now.
bye-bye.